We are officially in the uber hot part of summer, at least starting tomorrow. It's gonna be over 100 degrees for 3 days. I don't know that in the 10 years that we've lived here, we've ever had weather like that. Like, it was real hot and humid last summer, but it was mostly like in the upper 90s, like over 100 for 3 days. My goodness. Good morning, sir. Good morning. We went to the lake with our friends over the weekend and came home, and he had some like not great poop in his kennel. I don't know what he did. If he ate something, he's acting fine, or if he just like got too hot and his stomach got upset. It is 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Yes, ma'am. I love that they're like all, why are you guys all wilted this morning? Because it is a little cool. It does feel really good this morning, so I decided to go ahead and film because it is gonna be so hot the next couple of days. So let's get them some breakfast. Bunny? Where's Bunny? Ow! Pixie. Unnecessary. Pixie about to come out. She felt the need to headbutt Bunny. I don't know what her problem is. She hit my knee pretty good. That dude. Are you ready to go into your spot? It's really actually nice out here. It's probably hotter in the garage. That is something that is difficult to convince him of, though. Good morning! So Toonie, by the time we had gotten home, had taken the feeder, knocked it over, and dragged it halfway across the pasture. Because Toonie Pig, I don't know why, she scratches on it. Okay, good morning. Here we go. Your turn. Yes, ma'am. Humid. It's like 70 degrees. It's so nice. This is really the last nice day we're gonna have until like early next week. So I'm glad the heat's only gonna last like 3 days, but still over 100. It's a little bit toasty, but we're going to Utah in a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, I don't know, sometime in July, and we've moved our day like a couple of times. So I don't remember exactly when we're leaving, but it's gonna be like 100 degrees out there, so no humidity, which is nice. We're gonna do some hiking, so to be like early and late, but we've got like lots of grass there. Another week on this weekend. I'm gonna push it out to the 3rd layer, but they've done really well. It rained a little bit this weekend while we were gone, so we get a little bit of growth, and it's supposed to rain a lot next week, which is crazy. Amazing that it's gonna rain the first week in July. Here, usually we don't get much rain July and August, and that's usually when we're trying to manage grass. But if we can get a week of rain, that just gives us even more grass. Hello! Tuesday. I dropped them. Oh, no ma'am. All right, here we go. Oh, hi. This is an everyday thing now. Come on, Chai Chai. Hop up. Ow. Ollie. Oh. Did you get headbutted? Yeah, go head out. Come on, bud. Let's see. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, Bowser. Come on, buddy. Pixie, there was never any food in here for you. Oh, who came back? Cindy Minnie. Go on, Cindy Minnie. Good. Are you guys hiding? Are you hiding in the corner? Hi, Pat. Hey. Hi, Dolly Dolly. Good morning. Good morning. You're a little late. You didn't get a cookie. Hello. The barn's doing really great. I got this stall done. We are talking about trying to have another go at this hump in the middle to just maybe get a little bit off of it. It'll be next week or this weekend, but we'll look at it. Hello, Snow. It's time for all the baby goats to go. So I posted all of them yesterday, and I just wanted to give you guys, I don't typically talk about how all of that goes because it's so different region to region on how to buy and sell goats. If you're a very established breeder, they usually have their own website. They take reservations. I take reservations. I didn't have any this year. They usually come from you guys. And what pricing is like in your area is gonna vary really widely. And I will tell you this year, the market is really saturated during COVID. You guys wanna go out? Come on, let's go. See if they'll come out. They're all still eating breakfast down here. People bought homesteading, and if you watch a lot of homestead channels, a lot of people are getting rid of their goats. They're buying a milk cow. If they've really got into milking, they're buying a cow. They're getting out of milking. We had our goats and we're milking way before COVID, so I bought my first goats in 2015. So I had goats and been milking goats for like 4 years before we had the pandemic. I started doing YouTube before the pandemic. There was a huge influx of people who got into the Nigerian market during the pandemic and bought goats and wanted to milk them and started homesteading on a small farm. So the market right now is very saturated with people kind of indiscriminately breeding their goats, I guess you could say. Did you want to come out? Let's see if he does exactly what I don't want him to do. No, good boy. So I don't know, if you follow Danelle over at Weed'em and Reap, you know that this is an issue and that she too has is more discriminately breeding her goats and those kind of things. We've always bred the same goats, basically. I typically am trying to sell to 4-H families or families that want pets. And there's been a lot of debate back and forth with me and my husband about, are we gonna breed again next year? Because the market is so flooded and I can't keep any more babies. Guys, we have 15 animals on the property as far as goats go and 2 pigs. There's 20 total on 5 acres. I don't really have room to responsibly keep more goats. Come on, girls. Go out. Come on, go out. Come on. The bun's gonna come. You guys gonna come? It's time to come out. You guys know I'm retiring more and more of my girls, so Zelda will retire this year, and so that would leave me with 4, because this one's still about as big as Tink. Again, the reason we kept her is because she didn't grow very well. She must have had a case of coccidia that I just didn't know about, and so even though we prevented, a lot of times growth issues come because they have parasites really young. But Zelda will retire, and that'll leave us with Padme, Poppy, Pixie, and Nani. And Nani has about 1 more year. And then Pixie has 1 year after her. It's kind of like, we'll lose one every year for the next 4 years. So we'd be down to a very small group of goats breeding if we choose to breed. Our bucks are also older. But what do you do? I have 10 baby goats, and I'm really lucky this year that I have 7 girls. I posted them yesterday in 4 or 5 different Nigerian Gorf groups on Facebook, and I've had an interest in every single female goat and none of the boys. So I have 3 boys, will be harder to get rid of, but I sell my goats cheaper than most people in our area. So I would say average price for a registered Nigerian goat around here is about $400, between $400 and $600. At least last summer, the market is very saturated and people are very frustrated they're not able to get those prices this year. I really want my goats to go to decent homes so I don't sell them for under $200, but also go to families that, like, the predominant people that buy my goats are people with young kids doing 4-H. They have to be registered and they have to be disbudded. So Paprika and Cinnamon are going for a discount this year because even though they're registered, I didn't get them disbudded, so they can't go to a show home. They can't. So that's something that we're looking at. Dahlia will be at that price as well because she's not registered. She's not disbudded because unregistered goats, most people don't care. But everybody else has had an inquiry. Somebody's actually coming to look at Leia this afternoon. Hopefully, my hope was to get rid of as many, I say get rid, that sounds horrible, but to get most of them rehomed in the next 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before we leave on our trip. So that just makes everything easier on my parents. There's somebody taking Paprika and Cinnamon together, which is really exciting. And then somebody that was interested in Dahlia and Peach. And then somebody else that was interested in like Peach, Evie, and Snow. So that's literally all the girls. Like if not all of that will come to fruition, but if it did, all the girls would be gone probably by the end of next week. And that would just leave me with the 3 boys. Bowser needs an extra week or 2. Like he really does. Charming is ready to go. Snow's ready to go. The girls are probably ready, big enough to go. I usually wean at 10 weeks. They would all be 10 weeks next week, not this week. And that may be the holdup with like Peach, not Peach, but Evie, the person that was interested in Snow and Evie, because they may have wanted like this weekend to pick them up. Yes, ma'am. My legs are gonna be so gross. Hi. You just need some attention? So that would be really great if we could get them all sold. And so that leaves me usually about $2,000 in baby goats, $2,000 to $3,000 in baby goat sales. That gets me basically through the winter. YouTube supplements that, but people really want $400 to $600 because it does cost that really in maintenance for a doe and bucks. So to breed, to break even, I would guess, ouch. Can you not bite the inside of my thighs? It hurts. It does. Come on, let's go. Good girl. Get out here in the shade, my girl. Come on. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. Oh my goodness. Good morning. So it is hard. I think every year this always kind of sneaks up on me that they're ready to go. And these little guys that have been little pocket goats this year are gonna be, I'm gonna be sad to lose them and for them to go to new homes, but it's really time. And like I said, I can't responsibly keep anymore. I love Leia's closing the gate for everybody. Leia, stop that. This one I'll be sad to lose because she's so sweet and just loves to be all over me. But we're really at max capacity for this crowd. You know, we got rid of Waffles last year because there was too many for that pasture. And there are 15 of these guys that we keep. Tink, are they not letting you in? I'm sorry, Tinkerbell. Let's go a little further. Let's go a little further. You guys are just a little extra cranky this morning. Come on. I have kept somebody every year. I don't know that I've had a year where I have genuinely not kept a goat, but this year I mean it, they all have to go. I can't afford, like I wasn't supposed to have Parker, we took Parker in, and so unless we sell some of these guys that are pets, like if we sold Link and Pepper and Tink and Parker and Daisy, which we would never sell Daisy. Then I could add some of the baby goats, but this has been their home. I am not really interested in expanding at this point. I have enough, and they're really, really hard to sell at this point because the market is so saturated, and selling adult goats for pets probably not going to go to the best situations. Would be my guess is that they would go to places that they would become a part of a massive herd to do some clearing, or they would be meat, or they would just go somewhere where they would be not as taken care of. And I'm kind of picky, and that's why I like to sell to families who are looking for 4-H. But even at my price point, I will have trouble getting rid of the 3 male goats that I have. So I've been really lucky to have mostly females this year. So it's definitely something to think about. If you're gonna breed, if you want milk, you're gonna have these babies that eventually you won't be able to keep every single one. I sell mine predominantly on Facebook. I used to sell on Craigslist, and I also sell through the YouTube channel. So if you are interested in somebody, just reach out to our email that's in the description. Would love to have you guys take some of these guys. Girls that are disbudded are $275. The horned girls are $225. And the boys I sell for $175 across the board. Hello, Miss Ma'am.